What's up, Chris? The negativity.
We're live? All right, everyone. Oh, okay. All right, everyone. Welcome to Focal Point's third live stream. We're very happy to have all of you in your living rooms while we are here in the listening room. Normally before our shows, you hear me say something like, please, this is a listening room environment. Please keep your chatter down and sort of be mindful of folks around you. Tonight, I'm going to ask that you sort of speak up in the comments. Let folks know if you're having a good time. Please share this video. Please let folks know about all the fun that you're having here. So before I bring RiverBend up, I want to make a few announcements. First off, tonight's show, we're asking for a $10 to $15 suggested donation. There will be links made available for Venmo and for PayPal, and we'll make sure those are correct this week. We messed up last week. We'll make sure they're right this week. And those will be in the comments, and we'll make sure that those are pinned. You can continue to make donations to this stream all the way up until next week, and all of that money will be collected and sent to these guys because we know that struggling musicians right now, they don't have very many gigs, and we want to make sure that they get some fair money sent to them. So here at the Focal Point, we always have people to thank. You know, this live stream has been a new big thing for us. It's taken us, probably about 6 months to get everything together, get everybody trained. We could not do this without some very important people. We want to thank Eric Stein, the master at the helm. We want to thank David Stein for getting everything together. We want to thank Ryan. Ryan has been one of our newer Focal Point board members, but he has done everything for us here, and he is running the video tonight. We want to thank our good friend Paul, who came in here and just taught us how to do everything. I'd also like to let you guys know about all the cool upcoming shows we have. We have a slew of them now on the calendar. Saturday the 12th, we're going to have the Sapsuckers. They're going to be coming into town. There are some of my favorite bands. Was actually the very first band that I saw after coming back to Focal Point from New York City. Let's see here. The Wee Heavies are going to be here on Thursday the 17th. We're going to have a very special Jake's Legs show on Saturday the 19th. Ryan Koenig is going to be doing his end-of-the-year show. Ryan does the last Saturday here at Focal Point every year. This is going to be a 4-year tradition. Unfortunately, we won't be able to have people in the room, but we'll be able to stream it to your living room just like this. Jack Grelly is going to be doing his annual Evening of Songs. Again, Jack does generally the first Friday every year, but we're going to have Jack on the Thursday the 7th of January doing his annual Evening of Songs. We're going to have TJ Muller and his Gaslight Squares here on Thursday the 21st. We're very excited about that. And then the last show we already have on the calendar is the Chimps are going to be doing a Valentine's Day show on the 13th of February. So stay tuned to our website. Check out thefocalpoint.org. I'd also ask, as people start thinking about year-end donations and things like that, the Focal Point is a not-for-profit, and we are in need right now to kind of keep things going. Every dollar that we take in for all of these shows, both our outdoor and at home, all that money goes to the musicians, but the Focal Point still needs about $100 a day to survive. We've gotten some great donations that kind of keep us afloat, but as you're thinking about your end-of-the-year donations, please keep Focal Point in mind, as all that money will be kind of earmarked to pay the bills and ASCAP and CSAC and all the people that like money. Lastly, I need to thank some sponsors. We want to thank CFO Media for helping us with anything digital, with a new website and things like that, and really helping launch all this. We want to thank Jackson Pianos for providing us a piano for whenever we need them. We're not using it tonight, but we will be using it in future shows. We want to thank Schlafly for providing what we like to call artist hospitality and staff drinks. Schlafly sends over lots of beer, and we're very appreciative of them. And last but not least, we want to thank the Regional Arts Commission for a very generous grant. Now, I always make the joke when you're here at Focal Point that I'm a lecturer, I could keep talking, or I could have you guys put your hands together for the band. I'm going to assume you're at home putting your hands together and you don't want to hear another word out of me. So, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for RiverBend Bluegrass.
All right, thank you. Oh, thank you. You've got such a big crowd in here tonight, I'm telling you. And it's great to be here. It's great to be out playing some live music, and welcome to all the folks on the World Wide Web out there and on the Facebook. And I'd like to thank the Focal Point for having us tonight. Like the man said, we are RiverBend, and we are excited to be here. We hail from the St. Louis area. And in fact, I think the last time we played here, this little thing called COVID-19 was about to start to get going. And we had a full house, and little did we know we'd be here almost a year later, and the world would be a little bit different. But you know what? Music still lives on, and hopefully you're bebopping around your home and enjoying the evening. And we're going to do one here that we put out on a CD we released this year. It's a Don Brown song he released in 1972 on a Tall Pines album. We'd like to do our version of it. It's called Letters Overdue.
Letters overdue, little darling. So is the love you promised me. And if you don't answer my letter, my darling, I'm gonna set you free. You promised, my dear, you were right. Send me your love each day. But I've waited so long for your letter, and I missed you each hour right away. Letters overdue, little darling. So is the love you promised me. And if you don't answer my letter, my darling, I'm gonna set you free. Postman goes by, and each time he brings me no letter, leaves me so lonesome I can cry. Letters overdue, little darling. So is the love you promised me. And if you don't answer my letter, my darling, I'm gonna set you free. Letters overdue, little darling. So is the love you promised me. And if you don't answer my letter, my darling, I'm gonna set you free.
Yeah. All right. Mighty fine, boys, mighty fine. Well, let's do one. This is another one we put out on a CD that we put out this year, and what a year it's been. And this one here is one that we wrote, and we're real proud how it turned it out. And it's called Say Goodbye to Happiness.
Golden wings. She said she never loved another. Said she'd always wear my wedding ring. Say hello, her broken hearted. Say goodbye to her sweet kiss. Say hello, all my troubles. I say goodbye to happiness. Thought forever she could sing. Now I'm lost in loneliness without her. I can see
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Well, it's, I gotta admit, I've probably played several thousand shows in my life, and I can just honestly tell you, this is the first live stream show that I have ever done. And I gotta admit, it's a little more intimidating than I actually thought. We got these bright lights on us, but hopefully we look mighty fine for all you folks. And I haven't introduced anybody yet, but I think I'd like to start here all the way down the end from Highland, Illinois. We got Mr. Blake Cordy on the dobro. And let's see those comments and hearts fly on the Facebook. And big special announcement too. Him and his lovely bride-to-be, Sam, just got engaged this last week. So we're real excited for that. And he said the wedding is going to be several years from now, so he's still he's got some time. But he's awfully excited, and we're happy for him. And let's do a little country song on behalf of you getting engaged.
Sounds good to me.
Sounds good. Called "You're Still on My Mind."
Jukeboxes play honky-tonk song. More I keep singing, and I'll go home. Good would it do? I know what I'll find. An empty bottle, broken heart. You're still on my mind. So blue I could die. Just sit here drinking till the bottle runs dry. Good would it do? Well, I know what I'll find. An empty bottle, broken heart. You're still on my mind.
Thank you, friends in the audience here. Really appreciate it. What a great family we have. You guys are all doing awesome. Thank you so much. All right. Well, we got to introduce my partner in crime back here. Let's hear those comments and see those great responses from Mr. Will Miskell and the stand-up bass. And
thank you, everyone. Thank you very much.
He's looking mighty fine tonight in that vest. I got to tell you, nobody looks better. He makes us look fine. So let's get him up to sing one called Heaven.
this side of heaven, and that's where I long to be. I have worked this whole mountain, sailed upon the big blue sea. And on a cabin on a mountain is where my heart will always be. I said goodbye to my blue-eyed mountain sweetheart, dearest girl in this whole wide world to me. Every night of her I'm dreaming, in a cabin on a mountain far away in Tennessee. Where my heart will always be. I said goodbye to my blue-eyed mountain sweetheart, dearest girl in this whole wide world to me. Every night of her I'm dreaming, in a cabin on a mountain far away in Tennessee. Attaboy Will, singing it mighty fine. Bill Monroe would be mighty proud. You know what else he'd be proud of? He'd be proud if we did this next song. And here's an instrumental that we've been doing for a little bit of time now. And basically we're looking for some new ones to learn. And Andy came to us with some quote-unquote modern Bill Monroe that came out in the 80s. And so this is one of his little bit of a newer songs, a little bit of a hidden gem that we like to play for you. It's called The Northern White Clouds.
Oh, you can get that natural ring out. Yeah, all right. Good job, Andy. Good job. I haven't introduced him yet, but that's Mr. Andy Navarro on the mandolin, all the way from Jamestown, North Dakota.
Long drive.
That is a long drive. Now he lives in Pacific, Missouri. And
Still a long drive.
a fun fact about his hometown, though, there's the world's largest buffalo statue in Jamestown, North Dakota. And since you're all on the internets out there, you can even Google that while you're looking and listening. But you'll find a very large buffalo statue, right, Andy? Can't miss it, he says. Never been there, but I trust him. And but it's very exciting to have him in the band, and he's a little bit of our music director, I'd call him. And we're excited to have him in the group, that's for sure. Well, boys, let's do another one we recorded not too long ago. This is a Don Reno song, and we're going to get Blake to kick it off. It's called No Longer Sweetheart of Mine.
We are saying goodbye to you forever, leaving you false love behind. Every promise you made has been broken. You're no longer a sweetheart of mine. Wanted someone true and faithful, but that's the way it be. Oh, you wanted your honky-tonk laughter. You're no longer a sweetheart to me. Back to the bar down the street, dear. Stay with your honky-tonk kind. Go back to the life you've been living. You're no longer a sweetheart of mine. Pretend to be happy until that true love has your find. Oh, you live the life from the start, dear. You're no longer a sweetheart of mine. Back to the bar down the street, dear. Stay with your honky-tonk kind. Go back to the life you've been living. You're no longer a sweetheart of mine. Thank you.
Aaron, it's fun to watch you sing.
Oh my goodness, yeah, well, you can't watch me, you're standing back there.
Watch you sing right here. I just feel
Sneaking up behind me all the time, it freaks me out. It just freaks me
That's
out.
when I feel we're really in the group when I'm watching you.
Oh, we're warming up now, folks, and having a good time. Well, we've been doing a lot of talking about this, about these recordings and these songs we've been doing. And most of these songs, I will be honest, we recorded this year and put out on an album we called Cabin in the Southland. And we'd like to thank all of our dear friends in St. Louis that work at KDHX that have been playing that album. Mr. Keith Dudding, Walter Willivoles, Jeff Corbin, you name it. They've been very, very kind to us, and we can't thank them enough. And just like you're supporting the Focal Point tonight, please support KDHX if you get a moment. They're listener-supported radio too, so we don't mind giving them a plug and they help all the musicians out and help save our stages. There's a lot of musicians that are worse off than this crew, I can tell you. And but live music is part of America, so make sure you support it whenever you get a chance. Because if you don't support it, we're just gonna pick in our living rooms, and that's while that's a good time, you never know what might happen. So yeah, you don't get some new creations out there, I should say. Well, let's do the title track off that CD, boys, called Cabin in the Southland.
Where the tall pine trees grow. Please see autumn of my childhood, and my fathers before me. Where I like to wander back through my finest memories. Chimney rocks is all but gone, and the door is hanging by a hinge. Weeds and vines will grow through where the floor had always been. It's a sorry sight to see, but my mind will always be back in that little cabin home in the Southland, far away. Stories about the days of old. Chimney rocks are all gone, and the door is hanging by a hinge. Weeds and vines will grow through where the floor had always been. It's a sorry sight to see, but my mind will always be back in that little cabin home in the Southland, far away. Appreciate it. Well, I had to get a drink there, boys. I was mighty parched, and I was worn out.
Christmas shop.
Oh, all these Christmas lights. It gets me so excited. I get dehydrated. So, well, let's do a new one for the folks, boys. What do you say? All right. Let's do this one. We've not played this one out yet, so we'll give it a shot. It's called Someone Took the Place of You.
you.
Get that ring out. I like that. Oh, man. Oh, I'm so excited now. Yes, fine. Mighty fine job, boys. Mighty fine. Well, that's exciting stuff. I think that's an old Black Scruggs song, I do believe, the Foggy Mountain Boys. So that's good to have them get represented. Well, in case if there's any new folks out there in traditional bluegrass land, I thought I might give you a little lesson. There ain't too many happy songs. And so if you haven't figured that out yet, and make sure that you find whatever makes you happy and surround yourself with it, because these songs are not the most cheerful. That's the blue in the bluegrass.
That's good advice.
And but it's also good to know that no matter if you don't like the song you're listening to, don't worry. They're all about 2 minutes long, so it'll be over pretty quick, and we'll be on to another one. So if you and maybe something you like a little bit more. So they go by pretty darn quick. In fact, one of the songs on our CD is around 5 minutes, and I think even Keith Thudding warned everybody of a modern bluegrass because it was a little too long for trad bluegrass. So, but we're happy to play them for you. Speaking of sad and lonesome songs, let's get really sad. Okay. Andy, what do you think? Let's make them cry. For all those folks having a beer at home or having a rough day, this one's for you, called "The Lonesome Road."
Lonesome road that winds down the trail of broken hearts is my fate to travel. Road is rough and long, and the places are done. Down this lonesome road to travel forever. Turn back, young man, from your life of sin. Turn back before it's too late. Don't drink the devil's gin. Please change your life of sin. For this long and lonesome road will be your fate. Like a star in the sky, like a cloud across the side, like a cry of a bird that's lost its way. I lost in darkness of sin, for I drank the devil's gin. This lonesome road never turn back, young man, from your life of sin. Turn back before it's too late. Don't drink the devil's gin. Please change your life of sin. For this long and lonesome road will be your fate.
Oh, I told you it was a lonesome one, folks. I told you, I warned you. Well, let's try another new one. We'll speed things up there, though, because we can't go any slower. And so we'll try this new one here we've been picking for a bit. And see what you think of it. Let us know. Old Osborne Brothers song called Wild Mountain Honey.
There's a girl in the mountains that I call my mountain honey. Lovers like flowers never do. All the fellas try to tame her, but someday I'm gonna claim wild mountain honey loves me too. She's my wild mountain honey, I love her, yes I do. She's as sweet as any honey in the cold. She's as pretty as flowers that are blooming in the mountains. I'm gonna marry her, bring her home.
Yeah, you gotta punch it like a donkey every once in a while. That's an old Jimmy Martin saying, I do believe. But thanks, appreciate that one. Well, we're doing all kinds of new stuff for you tonight. That's what happens when you don't have any shows. You learn a few new ones. And so let's try this one out here. We got this one from Mr. James King. And I'd like to try it for you tonight. And it's one of those another lonesome songs, though. Faded Rose and a Broken Heart. One of these days they'll get back together, though, I promise. So? Right? Yeah, we got to write that song where the bluegrass, so they get back together. That's it on the agenda of this things. All right, Faded Rose, a Broken Heart.
By the garden wall, roses blue, southern sky. Your breast one rose up to your leaves, and I'm smoke passed by. On the rose you kissed is fading out deep. Love is gone since we're apart. You went away, left behind. Faded rose, a broken heart. Love Faded roses, a broken heart.
Faded rose and a broken heart. What a good line that is. What a good line that is. Well, it just occurred to me that I haven't introduced our banjo man yet. And those of you guys don't again know the rules of the bluegrass. It's always a banjo man. It's never a banjo player. Because really nobody ever really plays the banjo. They just kind of attack it. And they have fun with it and make a lot of racket, right? And I'd like to introduce Mr. Chris Shoemake from Godfrey, Illinois, to all the fine worldwide Webbers.
Wait. Oh, wait.
They're clicking on behalf of you right now. I can see it. I can see it. They're clicking. They're clicking.
Don't change the channel.
Whatever you do, though, don't search his name in the crime database. Oh, mercy, the things you'd see. The things you'd see. No, I'm just joking. But we're going to do a new one that actually Chris wrote. And Chris comes up with a lot of great tunes, and a lot of times he writes a lot of the lyrics we do. But on this one, we're going to have him pick one. And we're going to try this other one now. We haven't played it yet, so first time for everything, called Ovulate. Chris, mighty fine.
Oh.
I almost think we got a hit there, Chris. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. It's like I taught you. It's just like I showed you.
Thanks for teaching me that one.
I showed him that one. And I told him to do that little tuning thing there, and he did it.
Yep.
He did it. Like we showed him. All right. Oh, my gosh. And by the way, if you have any requests out there, you can go ahead and send them in. And if we know them, we'll think about playing them.
Next time.
And if we don't know them, I'll make sure we learn them for next time that we come out and play. And but it's you never know when that might be these days. So We do have a couple gigs coming up, though. I would like to let everybody know. So check out our website and our Facebook. That we're tied to Focal Point quite a bit as well. But RiverBendBluegrass.net, and we got a nice bluegrass show coming up in Eureka, Missouri. The MABC puts on their annual winter festival. It was scheduled for January, but they moved it back a little bit. And some great bands going to be there. I know even another local band, Missouri Breaks, is going to be there with us. So it's always a great festival. And if you're a picker, make sure to go out and get yourself a room and get some of the best jamming in town, that's for sure. Also, too, make sure you check out these shows they have coming up. I know one of my local favorites, Jake's Leg, is playing here. And normally they probably wouldn't fit in here, but I guess the hula hoopers, they're not allowed to come in. So they got extra space. And so it's always great to have Jake's Leg around, and what great musicians and what great people actually they are. I've known them for some time. So let's do a little old-timey number. Bluegrass kind of tells stories every once in a while. This one's about going to get some whiskey and who's going to downtown get those supplies. It's called Who's Going Downtown.
Whiskey by the gallon, sugar by the pound. Drink big pints, put it in dance spoon and a surrey round. Who's going downtown? Who's going downtown? Who's going down to Wilmington town to carry my tobacco around? Once I had an old coon dog and I wish I had a bag. Chase big dogs on the fence and little ones through the cracks. Who's going downtown? Who's going downtown? Who's going down to Wilmington town to carry my tobacco around? Once I had a little girl and I brought her from the south. She braided her hair, she gosh down tight, she couldn't shut her mouth. Who's going downtown? Who's going downtown? Who's going down to Wilmington town to carry my tobacco around? Who's going downtown? Who's going downtown? Who's going down to Wilmington town to carry my tobacco around? Who's going downtown? Who's going downtown? Who's going down to Wilmington town to carry my tobacco around?
Gotta get that tobacco, Andy. I don't recommend it, but boy, oh boy, you gotta go get it from that town. Well, speaking of town songs, we might as well do another town song that we've been doing for a while, and it was written by one of the great voices in bluegrass. In fact, won Bluegrass Vocal of the Year this year, Mr. Danny Paisley. We had a chance to play with him down at a festival in Conway, Missouri this year, and boy, we had a lot of fun, and it was great to see him, and I think he broke 14 guitar strings and throughout the show and changed them right there on the stage, and pretty impressive to see. And he shattered them every moment. He's a pretty hard driver. Well, let's going to get Mr. Will Miskell up here one more time to sing for us tonight. It's called Road into Town.
Back in my childhood, on a winter day, I can still remember the cold man saying, sign these papers and sell us the ground and build you a road into town. All I've ever known is this old mountain home. I'd rather sleep on rocky ground if I had to travel this road into town. Changes have come to these hills where Mama and Daddy are laying there still. The whole company folded, the mines have shut down, and the only thing left is this road into town. All I've ever known is this old mountain home. I'd rather sleep ground if I had to travel this road into town. I'd rather sleep on rocky ground if I had to travel this road into town.
Well, Miskell. Hey, attaboy. Oh, man, not only does he look good, he sings good. Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Danny. Danny Paisley, everybody.
Yes,
Know
yes,
you're out
yes.
there. I know he's watching.
Oh, Will Miskell. Lord, nobody knows where he actually is originated from, but I suspect Area 51, to be quite honest.
That's what I heard.
It's been a long theory tested.
You're not
There's
too
that.
far off.
There's actually an X-Files episode about Will, for all those folks that remember that great show.
Don't get me started.
Well, just a reminder, if you haven't and you're a charitable kind, that Focal Point is a non-for-profit, and so they, like they mentioned at the beginning of the show, they work off donations. And I can tell you from a musician that plays around the St. Louis area, there's not too many better places to play, and it's a great listening room and the great people that run it, and it's always very accommodating. And so any support you can give them, we greatly appreciate it, because frankly, as musicians, there's not enough great places to play, and the more we could have, the more we keep around, the better off we'll all be. And so it's really great. And if you feel obliged, make a donation to the band. Blake's got a wedding to pay for, frankly, and all the money's going to go to him. And so if Blake's family's out there, now's a good time to start. And
They could use your help
It's Christmas.
Thank you, yeah.
for just a few dollars a day.
you can too sponsor a dobro player for a few dollars a day. And no, we're having a good time, and we hope you're having a great time, because it's just fun to get out and play some music. And we got all these bright lights in our face, and hopefully they don't make us look too shiny. You know, we're up here sweating, but we're having a good darn time. Well, let's do another sad song. This one goes out for all those women that broke our hearts so we can write good country songs, called Shadows of My Mind.
In the shadows of my mind, see her just the way she used to be. Now when I'm alone tonight, and I turned off the lights, she goes walking through the shadows of my mind. She's just a girl I used to know a long, long time ago. Did her wrong one too many times, but with every single night, when I finally close my eyes, she goes walking through the shadows of my mind. In the shadows of my mind, I see her just the way she used to be. Now when I'm alone tonight, and I turned off the lights, she goes walking through the shadows of my mind. Trying to forget, haven't forgotten yet. Through the day, seem to make it fine. But when every single night, when I finally close my eyes, she goes walking through the shadows of my mind. Shadows of my mind, I see her just the way she used to be. Now when I'm alone tonight, and I turned off the lights, she goes walking through the shadows of my mind. She goes walking through the shadows of my mind.
Oh yeah, shadows of my mind. All right. Yes, indeed. Got to move the apparatus. Well, let's do this one for you, folks. Been picking this one for a little bit now, and we put it in the repertoire, and we played it a couple times this year, and so we'd like to try it out for you folks. Called Francis Lee.
Silver seat, we strode hand in hand together, you and my Francis Lee. Please forgive me, little darling, if you set my conscience free. My lonely heart is broken over you, my Francis Lee. Many times I have regretted that you broke your loving heart. Please forgive me, little darling, if you set my conscience free. My lonely heart is broken over you, my Francis Lee. Haunts me and your conscience bothers me. Please forgive me, little darling, if you set my conscience free. My lonely heart is broken over you, my Francis Lee. Please forgive me, little darling, if you set my conscience free. My lonely heart is broken over you, my Francis Lee.
Oh, Francis Lee. For all you musician lovers and music historians, Francis Lee is actually Stagger Lee's brother. So All right, that's a bad joke. But oh well, it came out. Yeah. There's a lot of Lee songs out there, so that's a good one. Well, let's do a little Jimmy Martin, boys. What do you say? He'd be proud.
Turn down that Blake. Let's go. Oh, let's do that again.
All right.
Walk shoes don't fit me anymore. Stay on the side of town and I won't be around. Walk shoes don't fit me anymore. I'll be a long time over, baby. Baby, he knock on your door. Thought you were one time crazy. Walk shoes don't fit me anymore. Walk shoes don't fit me anymore. Walk shoes don't fit me anymore. Stay on the side of town and I won't be around. Walk shoes don't fit me anymore. Let's get the Lockwood boys. Let's get down to Lockwood. Yeah. Thank you, folks. Thank you, folks. Good old Jimmy Martin, the king of bluegrass.
Hey.
I'm not sure who anointed him, but I'll go along with it. I'll go along with it. Well, we're having a good time. I don't know if we'll ever quit, to be quite honest, but these guys might kick us out here pretty shortly. We had such a great sound check, we burnt down the internet. They had to wire the thing back up, get it back wired. I think they put the little plug in, and then they moved the plug to the other plug, and that's how the internet works, I heard. And then got all kinds of speed.
That interweb can't handle the bluegrass.
Oh man. Well, let's get Mr. Andy Navarro back up here, and we wouldn't be a bluegrass band if we didn't play a little Bill Monroe. And here's another one of those instrumentals that we just love to do. We've been doing it for a little time now, so, and it's one of my favorites actually. It's called Lockwood. Oh man, this we're gonna do a
Ring this one.
Oh, yeah?
Ring this one.
ringer. All right, ringer. Anyway, this is a song that for anybody that's a musician out there and looks for songs to learn, you usually get into an album or two and you start learning all their songs. And this last year, I really got into Mr. Mac Martin and got deep into his cuts and deep cuts, Mac Martin. And this is one that I found that I was sitting around one night just going through YouTube, and this one came out. We'd like to do our version of it. It's called this Ramblin's Rambler.
Woke up this morning feeling fine. Woke up this morning feeling fine. Heard about that little girl of mine leaving on number 9. Don't let this rambler bother your mind. Don't let this rambling bother your mind. Don't let this rambler bother your mind. Don't let this rambling bother your mind. I love my girl, I surely do. I love my girl, I surely do. If she ever turns her back on me, it's on the tail. That's what I do. Don't let this rambler bother your mind. Don't let this rambling bother your mind. Don't let this rambler bother your mind. Don't let this rambling bother your mind. I'm never gonna settle down. I'm never gonna settle down. Had some trouble with that girl of mine, now I'm bound in the sound. Don't let this rambler bother your mind. Don't let this rambling bother your mind. Don't let this rambler bother your mind. Don't let this rambling bother your mind. Play it out now, boys.
Ramblin's Rambler. Got to have a good rambling song out there, that's for sure. All right. Well, it's time for me to go back and talk about that CD we recorded, or album we recorded this year. And in fact, I just got some numbers this week. We have put the album on Spotify. So if you're a Spotify subscriber, please go out there and obviously like us, follow us on the Spotify. And it's interesting. Every year Spotify sends out your numbers and stuff like that. So we had about 19,000 streams this year from Spotify, which is pretty exciting. That actually works out to be about $10.50 of income to a musician. So it's pretty exciting. Like three quarters of a penny a piece, I think. So, but this actually came out to be the #1 song by us streamed on Spotify this fiscal year here. And so we'd like to do it. It's one we got from the Missouri Bluegrass legend named Mr. Dub Crouch. And it's what we like to call Just Like the Wind.
Love for me just won't win. I'm just like the wind, I'll always be free. It seems true love is never meant for me. Down this road I travel it alone. No place to stop or call my home. Love for me is just like the wind. Here today, tomorrow gone again. There's no future and no plan. Love for me just won't win. I'm just like the wind and lonely at night. No place to stop. I'm wondering why. So many places I got to see. So baby, don't try to put your hold on me. Love for me is just like the wind. Here today, tomorrow gone again. There's no future and no plan. Love for me just won't win. Just like the wind, I got to be free. No one's left, put it on me. You got your plans, you better change it now. Let on the wind blows and leave it anyhow. Love for me is just like the wind. Here today, tomorrow gone again. There's no future and no plan. Love for me just won't win. Yes, yes, yes. Well, folks, it's about that time of the night. We're going to do a couple more for you, but we've had a great time, and hope everybody out there in the live stream land has had a great time. We can't thank the Focal Point enough for putting these on. It means a lot to us musicians, and to get out and show our craft a little bit that we work so hard on. So we're going to do a couple more for you. But once again, we got Mr. Blake Cordy on the dobro. Got Mr. Chris Shoemake on the banjo. Andy Navarro on the mandolin. Mr. Will Miskell on the doghouse bass back there. And I'm Aaron Muskoff. We're RiverBend. And here's one called Won't You Think of Me? Tonight, dear, forever, we are longing to be free. Ever think the time to think of someone? Darling, won't you think of me? I've been kind and I've been faithful, loving you so tenderly. When you're lonesome and crying for someone, darling, won't you think of me? I can just see the people standing up and applauding in their living rooms and on their smart TVs. Who would ever thought there'd be a smart TV? My grandma used to tell me if I watched too much TV, I'd become dumb. But little did she know that these things today would become smart. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're RiverBend Bluegrass. Check us out on our Facebook page, also our website, riverbendbluegrass.net. And we're going to get on out of town with a bluegrass number called Leaving Town. Thanks a lot, folks. We appreciate it. Have a great night.
Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, folks. We'll see you next time. Be safe.